it is. CT Toys Brown Suit Wolverine. Came out about a few weeks ago, and it is all the rage. That's the back of the box. It's pretty much all Mafex logos and details, but now it says CT Toys and says Wolverine on it. And okay, the box was a little bit squished, but it's okay. It's still, you know, comes with a stand, clamshell. Let's open the clamshell. Move the camera down a little bit. It's a great sound. And here he is. Let's remove him from his encasing, and he looks great. Oh, he's a little bit stiff in the feet. Interesting. But he looks great and feels great. I felt a couple of Mafex. I don't have Mafex because they're too expensive, but I've held them and used them. Nice and loose, his joints. His tee. Wow, he feels like he could go right into battle. This guy, he feels almost alive. Well done, CT Toys. Well done. His toe is actually a little tight. Okay, well, oh, there it goes. See, right there, that's what you can see. See right there? The paint. I don't know if you can see that. The paint, like... Sorry, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. See the paint here? It's all right, though. The paint chipped a little bit, but it doesn't matter. For a figure that's $20, it's better than getting a figure that's $100 and that happening to. Because I've seen videos where Mafex characters, Mafex figures don't cut it because they're missing something, or something's too tight, or a leg breaks off, and he is outstanding. Head nice and loose. He feels solid, feels kind of heavy. Look at his back. Look at that. This guy does not skip a day at the gym. You go, Logan, go. The hair is printed on the sides. Excuse me, sorry about that. The hair is printed on the sides, if you can see that. But it's printed very neatly and nicely. CT Toys does not joke around. I appreciate them doing this because it gives everyone an opportunity to enjoy something that would otherwise cost, is his stuff, over $100. So what he comes with a hand, an open hand, another open hand, you know what? I've had it. It takes too long to do this. You guys don't want to sit here for hours. Look at this head. Is that a beautiful head? Look at that face. I think it's actually better painted than the first one, than the regular face. Much better. Well done. Plastic feels strong. I'm not sure if I don't think there are any paint issues. Let's take a look by the light because I'm tired of the stagnant camera. Nope. Paint looks great. Looks really great. Feels really great. I love the yellow. It's like a gold. It's like a half orange. A little bit of orange, a little bit of yellow. Nice and tight inside. Beautiful, beautiful face. I mean, really, good for you guys at CT Toys, and thank you. Just want to thank you. It can become discouraging to not be able to get a figure just because of, you know, finances. And CT Toys is like, well, let's give it to the people, and I appreciate it. This head sculpt is fantastic. For a $20 figure, he is mad. That is really well done. Right? Look at that. This is a natural, somewhat natural light. There's a skylight up here, right? It's, you know, wintry. But also, by the bright light. Look how good that looks. I mean, there's some blue in there for highlights like in the comics. He looks angry, tilted on the corner, on the side. Really, really, I mean, exceptional, exceptional. His mask that flops over. Use it or don't use it. It doesn't matter. The fact that you even get it is a treat. His hands, open hand, open other hand, and of course his claws. They are actually comic book accurate. They're on a little bit of a curve. They come out on an angle, not perfectly straight because the human anatomy is not perfectly straight. So the claws look great, they're a harder plastic, so you don't have to really worry about them breaking off unless you broke them off. Fantastic, and I mean that as a fan. Seriously, like, this is no joke. Apologize for the wire in the back, but CT Toys outdid themselves with him. Aesthetics are, he looks wonderful. From the head up. And if there are any issues with paint, they are minor. Because there are always issues with paint because these things are done in mass quantities. Even when it comes to a Mafex or Marvel Legends, there are always issues with paint. So I really try not to be too nitpicky. For me, the most important thing, aside from the aesthetics, see the silhouette of his body, of his anatomy, if you like squint your eyes, nothing stands out. He's not too bulky, he's not too small, he's not too short. Take a closer look, and let's switch him out. Knee joints, nice and, whoop, that's a little bit dangerous, see that? That's happened before. See there? To watch out for the knees to get caught. This one's actually moving okay. Nice swivel in the ankles. Nice big ball joint. His toe joint is a little bit tight, but it's okay. It's okay. The fact that we have a toe joint, the fact that we have some boot swivel. And that's Logan, that as I see him. With the face switch, face swap, and the claws up by his face, ready to do some damage. Turn his head a little bit like that. Sorry for the shaky camera, but that's Logan to me as a kid. Every childhood toy dream realized in this figure, and I want to thank CT Toys, to whomever is in charge. I just want to say thank you so much. Really well done. I mean, from head to toe joint. So well done. I mean, the figure is exquisite. It's well done. It's like beautiful, dare I say. The articulation is outstanding. He's ready to battle. This guy's ready to go. I mean, it looks really well done. And again, I probably won't have this hit head on too often. The lights are really bright, sorry. But it does not look too bad, in my opinion. It's a figure that I will keep on my drawing table. I'm an illustrator, and I will pose and pose and pose and pose and just enjoy because it's so well done. And heaven forbid that, you know, something does break off and I have to fix it. It's a $20 figure. You don't feel like there's so much risk. This really, really, really well done. Ab crunch, right? His ab crunch is down like this. Ab crunch is back up in the air. Like, that's how Wolverine would leap, with all of his energy, all of his strength. And yeah, maybe you don't love this head, but that is a pretty severe look, right? His articulation is fantastic. He gets the T. His head actually looks a little bit small, but it's okay. The T. His legs are drop down hips. See them wiggle? That means you have extra space to Articulum, his knee joints are excellent. Full twist. The Mafex don't have any, they don't have hip swivel because they don't need it. His wrist all the way, complete. Elbow, double jointed, pinless, bicep pivot. I mean, come on. What are we talking about here? Even with this face. A lot of people aren't a big fan of this face. Come on. No joke. Only thing would have been nice would have this head, the mask with this mouth. And I'm not sure, maybe there's a way to get another one of these and maybe cut the mask off and put, nah. Because this rage, this anger is what we want into these faces, but these faces, he just doesn't have that in there. So you have to use your imagination, which is fine. But someone like me, I put them on my desk. I don't play with them, but I will pose them. And this guy is definitely posable, but we just don't have that rageful, that Wolverine rage in him. He seems like a little bit like, maybe he would be in a fight a little bit more. I don't know. Can he stand like this? I mean, look at that. Look at that. The fact that he can stand like this quickly is outstanding. I mean, no pun intended. It took, 5 seconds? That's also... He's smiling because he knows he's good. That's also a good telltale of a good figure. When you can pose the figure quickly and you don't have to sit there for 20 minutes and try to stand him up, right? Like just for instance, right? I don't know if this is going to work, but for instance, ready? Ready? For instance, I'm just doing this for fun. Look at that. How fast was that? Rewind it and count. That is a good figure. CT Toys, you have just changed lives in the world of toys and collecting and just making people happy. It's a bootleg, but you know what? I, for one, am not going to risk all that money for Mafex because I have responsibilities in my life. And I know people will complain and say, hey, bub, if you really want it, you'll get it. As far as that's concerned, I really do want it. But if something goes wrong with this figure, technically I could buy 4 of these and still it would be the price of a Mafex. And you know what? I might even have 4 good figures. I probably will get another one of these just to have, just to support CT Toys. And I don't think it's hurting Mafex either, or hurting, Hasbro. Excuse me, sorry. Nemco, because people are still going to buy the Mafex. But anyway, hope this review was helpful. I mean, look at the swivel. Look at the back swivel. He's outstanding. The hip joints, like, he's just outstanding. The belt is separate. The paint is perfect. If there's any paint issues, they are so slight that it does not matter, right? But if you spend $150 in a figure, $100 or $80 in a figure, and the paint is off, then you have a right to be upset. But this is what a toy should be. Collectible, affordable, posable, durable, fun, simple. It should not be, in my opinion, humble opinion, swipe. It should not be difficult to collect and get your hands on. Because, God, I sound so ridiculous now. I sound so idealistic. There shouldn't be a price on happiness, right? And yes, should a plastic thing make you happy? No, people in your life should make you happy. Fulfillment should make you happy. But these things definitely bring you joy. Definitely bring you joy. I mean, look at the butterfly. Look at this. Look at this butterfly. Shoulder joint. Look at that. I mean, that is Wolverine. Seriously, outstanding. CT Toys, CT Toys, CT Toys, CT Toys. I do not get endorsed by them, although it would be lovely to get some figures to review. They are fantastic. I mean, look at this. Look at this butterfly hinge. Oh, it almost ripped out. Almost ripped out. But it didn't. Oh, actually, maybe I did rip it out too far. It's okay. You know what? Because as I said, it's only a $20 figure, maybe 21 with tax. and free shipping. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're gonna get the handheld, because I'm too busy doing some art. So I'm gonna get the handheld because I want to compare him, who I love, and I put the paper there because I have a lot of stuff back here, and I really don't want to distract you. I want you to be able to see him compared to the 2003, 2004, 2002. Google it. I don't have the time at the moment. I'm super busy. I'm working on a lot of videos for you guys, and I'm very excited. But this is the only brown suit Wolverine I've ever had, and that look at the difference between the two of them. Actually, let me move this so you can see it better. There's a big difference. Let's see. Actually, his knees are bent really, and the brown is way. Actually, I think the color, they're the same size. And this Wolverine on the left, that's the Toy Biz one. Was it Toy Biz? I don't remember. Google it. He actually is the same height. If I pull back, he's the same height, and has better articulation aside from his wrists. If you notice, you can take a look. Oops, sorry. Again, what always happens? You can see they have the butterfly joint. The butterfly joint here. They started doing that back then, about 20 years ago. They have the ab crunch on him. I mean, not bad, right? For 20 years ago, right? They painted forearm hair and arm hair. Great face on this one. Really great face on this one. The claw is not so good. Squishy, but I think they did that so they couldn't hurt children, because in the 80s, there were a lot of safety standards, and you don't want kids to get poked. The Mafex and CT toys, that's made for older people. These were kids' toys. He has a toe joint, and legs don't look so great. He looks more like a toy, but the color is correct. I just want to show the difference, like what 20 years makes. Also, this is Mafex, and I really should show you, well, this is the Wolverine that I have. One of the Wolverines, the X on the belt is the same, similar. Claws are great on this one. Claws are great. No wrist articulation on this one. If you look, no wrist articulation. But there is ankle swivels, toe articulation, which I said, knees, the legs, everything looks a little bit more cartoony, more like a 90s drawing actually than this, where this is going back to basics. And I'll try to pose them both the same way to show you really how articulated they should be. The Mafex and the Marvel Legends and all of that. They had gotten it right with this one. There's no way to get this one to stand in this pose. No way. So you have to still a badass pose, but that's comic book Wolverine. That is, you know, I guess comic book Wolverine if she's being drawn by someone who draws a little more realistically. But where the CT Toys one, I'm not gonna say Mafex, well it is Mafex I guess. The head swivel is great on him. Sorry, that's in my garbage can. Right, he can look up, he can look down, he can look all the way around. Right. This one I just noticed can only go up. If you look, just one hinge joint. And come on. And down. Great figure, really. CT Toys knocked it out of the park. Kudos to them. Paint is excellent. I already said that. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. All right.